trip. Finally hitting the road again in our van. We are heading south now because it's gonna get colder and we are not trying to be cold. So we're going to go to West Virginia tonight, kind of go west towards Florida, eventually in a while ending up in Florida. But we've got no plans, we're just winging it. Dylan and I were excited to be on the road again. We stayed in West Virginia for a very rainy night, stopping along the way to see Black Waterfalls, a place I used to come as a kid. Then we hit the road once again in hopes to get sunnier skies in Kentucky.
How do you know that your bed is comfortable? You don't want to get out in the morning. It's Saturday and it's 10:30 a.m. and we need to do things, but it's also rainy and comfy.
Okay, we're finally up. We got dressed. It's still raining, so we are gonna start the morning with a few errands, like dealing with our hotspot, getting groceries, and getting coffee. That way, we'll have groceries next time, so we won't need to go get coffee. Okay, so our first van shop is done, and as you can see, we have quite a big haul, but we have quite a big fridge. We got some staples, so we've got sugar, bags, cooking oil, syrup, pasta sauce, and some toilet paper, of course. And then we also got some fruits and veggies, some sandwich materials, and then Dylan and I, of course, treated ourselves to some sushi and some Dunkaroos just for fun. And you can't forget fall, you need apple cider. So we're ready to start our van. We made it to Mammoth and we have a campsite in the park. It's only $20, so we figured why not? We're right next to where our tour leaves tomorrow to see the caves. And we've got a little picnic table and a fire pit, and it is still raining. We have a tour of the caves tomorrow, which run like all underground. They say here in this spot, you're gonna feel like you see stars, but really you're below ground looking up here, which is kind of crazy. And there's our camping spot. Okay, it's time for dinner. We're gonna cook for our first time using our oven. We're gonna make kimchi stew. So first I'm gonna make some rice in this pot that we just got. And then I'm going to make the stew. The rice packages usually come with very explicit instructions on the measurements, but if you want to just use as much rice as you want, the trick is you put the rice in, you wash it until the water's clear, and then you put your palm in, and if the water touches your knuckles, your second knuckles, then you have the right amount of water.
How's it working, Lita? Give me a little review of how easy this is.
I'm getting really in there with the kimchi.
You're doing with the spoon.
I got it.
What's happening, Lita?
Well, some weird stuff was coming off the pot. So now we're just gonna start over with our rice thing. We're gonna
Pro tip.
clean pots before you use them. Our meal is ready. And we're popping champagne. Kimchi stew with my boo. When you're done with your dishes, we have this collapsible dish dryer, which is awesome because it empties out here into the sink and then we can just put it away, fold it up, and it goes back away. Welcome to Arts and Crafts with Lita and Dylan. Dylan, what are we doing today?
We are taking these tan jumpsuits that we hope fit us because we haven't tried them on. We're going to paint the TVA on it and on the back in orange. And we're going to paint these gold. These are going to pretend to be horns, like Loki's horns, that we're going to put on top of Vinny on probably the windshield or something, so that we are variants or part of the TVA, and we have a Loki variant in our midst. Welcome to the TVA. This is your initiation. Well, here we are. TVA, day number 1, training how to catch a Loki variant. That's how you know it's a Loki. It has Loki horns.
Getting some free water from the park. Happy Halloween sign right in there. It's Halloween, yay! Can you see the shadow of our horns right there? Oh yeah, Loki's driving. In our Halloween costumes, heading to our cave tour at Mammoth Caves. Pretty excited. We are above this right now, this section of the caves. So Mammoth Cave is the longest cave system in the entire world. There's 400 miles of it, and they think that it could be even like 600 miles of cave systems underground. So the best way to see Mammoth Caves is to take a tour. We are taking a historic tour, but there's so many different tours you can choose from. This tour starts at the oldest entrance into the cave. As you make your way through large cavernous rooms, you learn about the adventurous cavers who explored the caves first to collect salt. Then the tour gets a little trickier as you make your way through interesting cave formations. You have to dip under cave ceilings, squeeze through tight rock faces, and finally walk over bottomless pits. When the hard part is over, you'll make your way into the Great Hall that opens up high above your heads, and that's how you know the tour is almost over. There, you'll finally make your way back to the entrance you came in and into daylight again. We just got out of the tour in our matching TVA jumpsuits. The tour was really awesome. We loved learning about the history. We did the historical tour, so I can only speak for that tour, but we really loved learning about the history of the cave. We got to crawl through things and duck.
It was mostly paved, so don't worry if you want to go. It's
yeah, it's not too hard. It's not too difficult, but definitely worth your time to go on one of those tours. Dylan and I were going to chill and just do a short trail in the park and then head to Nashville. But we ran into this nice couple who told us about this trail that's 2 miles and you get to see the river. So we're walking through some pretty colors and we're gonna do a 2-mile hike. Green River Bluffs tour was a peaceful tour through the woods and had a little bit of a view of the river along the way. From Mammoth, we made our way to the music city of Nashville. Luckily, we got to stay in a friend's driveway during our stay, but we also saw the sights like the Parthenon, a beautiful park in the center of Nashville, and Broadway, the famous street for musicians and nightlife. We got to visit with Dylan's cousin and have a delicious dinner, but before leaving, we had to try one thing. Woo! We're in Nashville and we're going to try some hot chicken because that's what you have to do when you're in Nashville. We're going to the iconic Prince's Hot Chicken. All right, Taylor is our local friend. So Taylor, tell us about the Nashville chicken.
So we got the hot, so we might be in pain, but it's gonna be worth it.
So we each got chicken, comes with pickles, and we got a bunch of sides to try. And I'm really excited and really hungry. Okay, so what's the reaction?
I thought it was dank.
It was really good.
Exceeded expectations,
yeah.
met.
Definitely.
Like great spice level. Would eat again. Couldn't finish it.
I think next time I'm gonna get extra pickles.
And now it's time to hit the road again. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to subscribe so you can see all of our van life adventures.